Okay, so today what we are going to see, so extension to yesterday's class. Like yesterday we have seen intent declaration, single variable and the field symbols and internal table, how to define all those things we have seen. And HANA Studio introduction also we have seen. So today what we are going to have it is, so simple programs we are going to write it. Along that we are going to have code custom techniques. Okay. So I think everybody know what is a code custom technique. So code custom technique is nothing but whatever the processing logic is there, that logic we are going to perform at DB level. Okay, code custom technique is nothing but whatever the processing logic in the old ABAP, what we are trying in ABAP layer, that we are trying to execute in database layer. Okay, so that is what it is. A simple example for this, let's log into SAP. So this is our project, right? Yesterday we have created. Okay. So go to some favorite package or wherever it is. You just create now here program. Yesterday I think develop temp we have created. Today we'll be creating under a development package. Let's create a program. Okay. If you see here, so this is the place where you have the transport request number, assignment. So if you want to go with the existing transport request number, you can go there by using this. Or if you want to create a new transport request number, you can create it. So transport request number is the, for new people I'm telling, for transport request number, it is used to import this particular object, whatever changes you are going to do here in the development system. If you want to move that system to the quality system, and so finally the production system, so transport request number is the source for that. Okay, through that only you can move those objects into next level systems in the landscape. Okay, so now suppose if you want to create a new transport request number, just select the radio button, create a new transport request number, and provide the description for the transport request number. Okay, then click on next. Yes. So now a transport request number will be created. Under that, this object will be saved. Okay. The same transport request number can be used for another object saving also. So like that you can have. Okay. in real time there will be different approaches they will follow. Okay, so suppose one project related everything, they will be having one transport request number, I mean one kind of functionality, or like differently, like I mean one time they will be having like all dictionary objects into one transport request number, even though if it is related to one project. Okay, so like that it will be there. So but this is how a transport request number will be created in HANA Studio. So in HAP GUI side, that is a different approach. You will be having a different GUI there. Okay, so there I will show like for the new people when it comes. Okay, so now we are going to see a simple program where we are going to have new OpenSQL along that inline declaration that we have seen yesterday, but with a where class and everything I can show in this example. Yes, just see here what we're trying to do. So select the option. So this is used for to create a input item in the selection screen. So selection screen is an input screen, okay, where you want to create a input item, okay, which will be having multiple values. Okay, so here you might be getting it out. So can we use an inline declaration in select option? So after for no, we cannot have. So this is the place I was talking about when we are discussing the inline declaration. Inline declaration, so by using inline declaration, we can almost 95% of scenarios we can use that inline declaration feature, but only 5% of scenarios we cannot use it. So in that 5% scenario, the select option is also 1. Okay, so explicitly you should have a declaration for that, then only you can use it. Here you cannot have data kind of thing, data like that, inline declaration. So it will not allow. Okay, see what it is saying. The inline declaration is not possible in this position. Clear? Okay, so this is for the selection screen. Okay, so once you enter data for this Kunnar is nothing but a customer number. So from KNM1 table is a customer master table. I'm pulling these 4 columns, okay, and storing into this internal table. I've used inline declaration here, okay, and then this is the @ symbol is a host symbol. So for all the variables you are using in the select statement, especially new OpenSQL, you should have the host symbol, this @ symbol, you should use it. Okay, and then if you see where class also, so this is the select option, right? So there also have used @ symbol. Clear? Understood? So now once I got the data, now I'm just simply displaying that by using display method. Okay, this is for demo purpose. It is not for real time. Okay, just for practicing only. You just go out. Okay, so real time you can use it like either it is a ALV approach, ALV function models or methods, whatever it is. Okay, so just for a display purpose. I mean for practicing. Okay, so once you are done, then save it and check it and activate it. Yes. So what is the warning we have here? Okay. So this is again on table is not a consistent something. And that is table level issue. It's fine. Okay, just run. So this is the selection screen. In this selection screen, that is Kunnar is a selection item, one item. So you'll be having from and to values, range kind of input values you can provide here. Okay, so this is the, like suppose we will be having F4 help, all those things we will be having, the customer details, customer number. Okay, suppose only this customer you want in this range, if you want, you can have it. Suppose 45, I'm going to have it. Not in this one. 56. Okay. So this is a range from and to. Okay. So now just execute. Yes. In between that, I have 3 customers in that range: 41, 45, 46. Okay. So this is what. So what you can see here, I think the same thing we have discussed yesterday, like inlet declaration, then new organizations. But it is a kind of end-to-end program. Okay. By using selection screen, and that selection screen item we are using in new OpenSQL where class. Clear? Understood? Okay. So now we are going to see another example where you will be having code to some technique. Just to comment, what is the shortcut key here? Control plus 7. Yes. Okay. So control plus 7, you will have it. Just delete it. Okay. So now the same selection screen and same select statement only. Here, what I'm trying to get it. So from same selection screen, okay, I'm getting data from KNA1 and that 4 columns again. Along that 4 columns, for every row, I'll be having 2 additional columns. That column values, that column data will be, for every row will be for active customer A, and for the charge code value will be 1. Okay, so this is the code push down technique. These 2 statements are code push down technique. Okay, so what, along the extraction of these 4 columns, this execution also, this processing also will be done during the extraction. Okay, so ideally in the old ABAP, what we should have done it to achieve this kind of functionality. First thing, we should have written this first 4 columns, one select statement, and then once we get it, after that we should have defined another internal table with all these 6 columns. Okay, with all these 6 columns, and then loop an internal table which has these 4 columns. Okay, in the loop, inside loop, you will be filling these 2 columns for every iteration. Okay, so that is what you should have done it now by using new OpenSQL. Okay, so you can achieve like this very simplified way. Clear? This is a bit code push down technique. Okay, got it? Any questions here?
That code should always specify which program code will down technique.
Which code?
Like
This
active
one?
customer.
No, this is again, it is a columns. Okay,
Okay.
understood?
That code, what is A and 1, that is constantly
Yes,
fixed.
yes. Okay, just see the results, will come to know what. Okay, put a breakpoint. Let's check. Okay. So if you see that internal table, ITKNA1, right? This is the internal table. So you'll be having all this pixie, active customer and charge code. So these are also, I mean, column names. Okay, but these two columns are not from that table, but you are mentioning that values, constant values you are giving. So this calculation also you are doing now during the extraction. So any select statement where it will work on the database. Okay, so along the extraction, this processing also will happen because now database is so powerful, so it has that capability to perform this kind of processing logic. Okay, so in older scenario, like I mean, we should have done it explicitly. This is okay. So I mean, I will show that what we should have done it. So I'm pressing now F5. You see, I got all the data. See, A and active customer A and charge code is 1. Okay, so like that, for every row you will be having. Clear? Just pressing F8, you'll get a result. Did you see? This 4 columns are from table. This is the by using code push down technique you have achieved it. Clear? Okay. So actually, if it is a old scenario, what we will be doing, how we will be doing. For the interest of new people, I am taking that. So what we should have done it, we need to do all the declarations. Okay. Types, begin of ty kna1, kernel type kna1 kernel. Okay, and then name1 type kna1 name1, then rt01 type kna1 rt01, and then land1 type kna1 land1, end of ty. Okay, one more type with the all 6 fields. Divide kna1, suppose that is final, you just put. Okay, final internal table.
For active customer.
Yes, so all 4 you need all 4. And then that active customer type, it is character, right? And then charge code type, that is I, integer or in also you can go. Okay, and then end of ty final. Okay, now we'll be defining internal tables. So these are all old approach. Data, IT, KNA1 type standard table of TY KNA1. Okay, and then its work area type TY KNA1. Now IT final type standard table of TY final. Then work area final type TY final. So this much declaration only you should have done it this much. Okay. Now after that, so this I'll just comment this code. Okay. So now what we should do first? Select corner name 1 or T01 land 1 from KNA1 into table IT KNA1 where corner in. Yes, Kunal, right? Yes. So once you have done, then if so what I'll do, loop at IT KNA1 into work area KNA1 end loop. Okay. Inside, what I'll be doing, you'll be manually assigning that work area final one by one. Final corner equal to work area KNA1 corner. Then work area final name 1 equal to work area KNA1 name 1. T01 equal to work area KNA1 T01. Land 1 equal to work area KNA1 land 1. Okay, so this is the from the internal table. Now whatever the logic we got at this code push down logic, right? This is now manually we'll be assigning that. Final active customer equal to A. Okay, and then final, what is that, charge code, right? Equal to 1. Okay, then finally you'll be having append statement to the id final. Work area final to id final. Okay, so this is what they should have done it. So this much coding now we have very much simplified with only this select statement. Clear? So almost how many lines are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 lines of code just have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean even one line also we can write this entire select statement. Okay? So that is what this logic, entire logic will work on a ABAP layer. Now we are making them to execute in the database layer. So this is what the code bootstrapping. It's simple code bootstrapping. Okay, like this, the complex logics also you can perform by using code bootstrap techniques. Okay, like this is a new, by using new OpenSQL we can somewhat we can do, but whereas in CDS views and AMDP methods you can achieve the complex logics. Okay, so that we will see as and we go in the session. So that is what it is. So hope everybody is clear, right? Okay, good. So same thing now, if we want to display this, so same class you can have it. Okay. Instead of just listen IT final, you'll get same result. See here. Clear? Okay. So now we will be seeing another way how we can perform code bootstrap technique with another example program. Okay. So here what we are trying to do, somewhat aggregation logics, we are going to perform it here. Yes. Okay. So what we are trying to do here is this. So there's a selection screen. Okay. Along that I have one constant. Okay. Else in it fact type key. So packed decimal. Length will be 3 and decimal values will be 2. Okay. So this is select option. Same as Punar only. So what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to get the data from KNA1 and VBAK. Okay, from KNA1 and VBAK both tables. Okay, by using inner join. Okay, along that I'm trying to execute the netwr. Okay, with the summation based on the customer number and its name. Okay, the aggregation is Based on the customer number and name, I am going to aggregate its total amount. Okay, and by doing aggregation itself, I am just having multiplication with this constant value. Okay, so aggregation is even our you know old OpenSQL also we have that aggregation features, but there we used to have a restriction like we should not use. Okay, because that time like the database is not that much capable. Okay, to run it, but we used to have a performance issues. Okay, if you use these things old ABAP. Okay, like old databases, like RDBase, database, Oracle, or MS SQL, whatever those databases. So there we have a restriction, but in HANA side we have, we don't have any restriction. We can use them. Okay, so from two tables, from KNA1 and from BBAK, by using inner join. Inner join is used to get the data from two tables at a time. Okay, and then on condition we have used both tables are having kernel, and then into table again inline declaration we have used, and then where class is kernel, whatever the selection screen, based on that I am going to get it. And group by, so group by statement you should use whenever you are doing some kind of aggregations. Okay, so must and should, you should have a group by. So nothing bad, based on what I need to aggregate it, so select statement should aware that. So this group by will tell that based on this field combination, the group, this aggregation will happen. Clear? It's not understanding. Okay. We'll do one thing. I'll split this program into multiple things and then we'll try to. So let's execute first. Same, just use that 3 customers. I think we didn't display. We don't have this. Is there? We didn't have data. Maybe. Okay. Go for the entire data. For this whole program. Yes. We see here. So this many customers are there in from KNA1 and VBAK. Those two table combination. Okay. And then its net amount. Without aggregation, if you perform this same program, what will happen is just what I'm trying to do here. I'm just commenting this line. Okay. And then net WR. Also I'm getting, okay, I don't want group by because there is no aggregation. I think you guys are clear now, right? With this select statement, what we're trying to do. So these three, okay, this is I think B. Okay, these are all alias. Okay, these two from KNA1 and NetWRS from BBAK. Okay, so these three columns I am trying to get it from these two tables. Okay, and this is the on condition. On condition is a common fields in both tables. On that we will be building on condition, because when you are having in intersection, inner join is nothing but an intersection of those two tables. Whatever the common data is there, based on the condition, that data only will be pulled. Okay, that is what the inner join. Okay, So I'm keeping the data in this internal table, and then where class. This is where class, because when you are having multiple tables, so you need to have which table field it is. For that, you should have this tilde symbol and then that alias. So we have used aliases, right? Suppose you have not used aliases directly, you should use it KNA1, okay, tilde kurnar, like that you should use it. Okay, so to just have a short form, we'll be giving alias another name for that table. So now if you execute this, what will happen in this? Without aggregation, you will get it the logic. I mean the result. Okay, that is what. See, 105 Kurnar and its name, Kurnar, I mean customer number, customer name, and it net WR. Okay, it's order value, this customer order value. Okay, and then like that, if you see this customer has many orders, each order has separate amounts are there. The previous example, what we did, we have combined, okay, for all the orders for each customer. So we have sum up. We did the summation for every customer, aggregation. Okay, we did collective amount for each customer. Suppose I'm a customer, I have orders for many orders. Suppose 10 orders I'm having. Okay, 10 orders I'm having. Suppose simple example, you are ordering in a Flipkart. Okay, as a customer. Okay, 10 different orders you have it. Suppose they wanted to know the aggregate amount, total, summation of your 10 orders. What they'll do, they'll sum up all the order amount, right? The total amount. That is what we did in the previous example. Okay, so here we have seen 106. Okay, 120. Again 106 only. Okay, 60. So like that we have seen how many lines are there. Again here we have 105. Okay, so like that different orders of the each customer. So we are going to sum it up and then finally having the results. Suppose assume that. So now I want to get it the same logic once I have pulled the data like this. Okay, so what I should have done it, I should have done it loop. I should have written, and then inside loop I should write all this logic. The summation logic I should write it. Suppose if it's an old ABAP. Okay. So now with help of inline, code push down technique with a new open SQL, I'm achieving in the select statement itself. For that, you should have written big logic, like how we have written in the previous example to assign that value. The same way here also we should have written a big logic to achieve this. Okay, without writing that we are getting this. Clear? So this group by is always whichever fields are there, all fields you should use it. Okay. Yes. Clear? So the same way you can have different aggregations like now we are doing summation, right? Summation means it combines all the order values, right? Suppose I want to know which is the minimum order amount in that customer. Okay, for every customer, which is the minimum? All I want to see all minimum values, minimum order amount values for every customer. So that time we have okay the same logic. Suppose Now we'll be having the result with the minimum, like that maximum and average. All those things you can have, min, max. These are the minimum things. Okay, in that custom. Okay, so like that, if you want to see all aggregations, you just press F1. You can get the help here, like how in old ABAP GUI said we'll get F1. The same kind of help here also we can get it. Okay, say average, min, max, sum, count, all those things. Okay, you can get it this documentation, SAP documentation. Okay, so in detail they have given here with the various options. Okay, so you can go through them and try yourself, like with the different examples. See, they have given one example also here. Okay, clear? So please go through that. Right. So this is one of the way to achieve code bootstrap technique. So like this, whichever is possible, the calculations, okay, we will be achieving by using code bootstrap technique in the new OpenSQL. So this is the method we will be having. If you see another example, so that example will be having, case statement along with the select statement. Okay, so you see here same selection screen. Okay, corner only again. So what I'm trying to get it the select statement. I'm trying to get it corner and name one. Okay, and along that I'm going to get some calculation here. So what is that calculation? So if it is a land equal to GB, then I'll be having United Kingdom. Okay, and if it is land value is US, then I'll be having America. So if it is others, okay, others will be there. So that field will be country name. Whatever the result value will be stored in this country name. Like this case statements also you can perform in the select statement, new OpenSQL statements. Understood? See here, the country name. Okay, so this entire column we have achieved it by using code bootstrap technique. Okay, suppose without code bootstrap technique, if you want to achieve it, what you should have done it? You should have done it same. Only you will get the corner name one, land one internal table, and then you will loop that internal table. Inside loop, you will be having this case statement again. Okay, case statement or if statement, whatever it is. Clear? So that you should have done it. So instead of doing that big length of code, now we are doing the select statement itself. Clear? Suppose what I was trying to say, just commented this. Okay, and if you have it land one. Okay, what you will get it only that codes will be getting in the result. But the result, what we need to do, what we need to display, this is how we need to display, right? still and one. So now the result, what requirement is, if it is in India, it should be. If it is US, America, it should be. Like that. Okay? I need it. So for that, I have implemented that logic. Suppose if you want along that, okay, let it be. So you want this logic now. You will get now 4 columns. Okay? With the land, the code also, you will get it. Others. But for the IN, we didn't have. Only we have GB and US only we have. So one more when condition you can have it there. For India, you can achieve it. So what you can write here, then IN, then India. Okay, like that you can add when conditions, number of when conditions. Clear? Okay. So like this, you please explore. Okay, whatever the requirements, you will get it with the select statement. You can try. Okay. Now the last exercise which I'm having is, so how we can have the some kind of functions in the select statement. So this is one of the function. Coalesce is a function. So what coalesce does, we will be seeing that. Okay, so this is the VBLM. Now in selection screen we'll be having. Okay, so what we are trying to get it here. Okay, so again two tables, VBAK and VBAP, by using left outer join. So left outer join is nothing but what? Anybody knows? So inner join you have, right? Inner join is intersection. So left outer join. So that means that, so what?
On the left side table, every column, each and every column will be included, and then right side column will be common columns will be added.
So common
Columns will be added.
common fields are been added. See, So here, this is the intersection, right? This intersection. Okay.
using paint.
See, so this is the two tables, assume that A and B. Okay. So inner join is nothing but this part only, intersection. Okay. The left outer join is nothing but, so this entire table along that this intersection. Okay. So that is what it is. So whether it is, whichever, based on that, if you have a bare class, that bare class based on that condition, it go for this table. Okay. And whatever it is matching here, it will be pulled along that this, in this table, right side table, whatever it is intersection it is there, that will be pulled. Okay, so that we are trying to get it here. So what? So BBLN and NetPR and NetWR, NetPR. Okay, so this data I am trying to get it. What is this collage? Collage, the function is a function actually. Okay, so function, what it happens? So it generally it will be having two parameters inside the function. Okay, so whichever it is available first, that amount will be considered. Suppose here you have net WR amount, sometimes in table will not be having for all the columns data. Okay, so that time suppose you have for one sale order you have net WR and you don't have net PR. Okay, so that time in this scenario what will happen, it will consider net WR. Suppose another sale order which does not have net WR, which has net PR only. Okay, so that time net PR will be stored in desired amount. Okay, suppose if it both are exist, the first one will be considered. That's what equivalence statement does. Instead of displaying empty value, okay, see this is again big condition, right? Manually if you want to write it, this is again in loop statement you should have write it. You need to pull the data that net WR, net PR both and then compare. If this is exist, you just store it. If this is exist, so that entire logic you are removing here. Okay, by this function. Okay, so what you need to understand here, the new OpenSQL can allow the functions also like this. If you want full documentation for this college, you can see SQL college. Okay, see. So we have exercises also. These are all SQL functions. Okay, so got it. So any doubts in this five exercises, whatever we have discussed? Any questions?
What is the another way to display the output program without using class demo display?
Another way means, so suppose you have an internal table, how we can display, how we have done in loop statement.
Here also
Same loop logic. Or else ALB function modules. ALB function module. Red display, list display, all those things you can use. Okay. So any questions?